This is a demonstration of a separate chaining algorithm for insertion into a hash table. We're going to be using the Menagerie Deck of the CS2Mulch project. We have at the top our cards from 0 to 7 laid out to define the indices for an array inside the hash table of size 8. Right now, we will be able to add our animals. So let's try to add our first animal. We're trying to put the tarsier into this hash table. Now, the tarsier, the string, gets hashed into a very large number, and then we mod it by 8, and that becomes the number 3. So it tells us in this small array, we're going to put the tarsier in the 3 spot. There's nothing there, and so tarsier becomes the start of the chain. Next up is the meerkat. Meerkat is going to hash to the number 7, and meerkat gets to start the chain in the 7 spot. And then jackal hashes to a 5 and gets put in the 5 spot. And the koala is going to hash to a 4 and gets put in the 4 spot. And the leopard hashes to a 5 and gets put in the 5 spot. But wait, there's a jackal already there. And so here's the first collision that we have. Separate chaining says each spot becomes a chain, a linked list, and we are going to add it to that chain. So the leopard gets added right there in our chain. The capybara comes on with a 0 as its hash and gets placed to start the chain in the 0 spot. And the badger hashes to a 6, gets placed in the 6 spot. The jerboa hashes to a 0 and gets added to the chain on the end of the capybara for the 0 spot. The lumpsucker fish gets hashed to a 4 and it gets put on the chain for the 4 spot. The moth gets hashed to a 3 and the 3 gets put on the 3 spot. And the chameleon gets hashed to a 4 and we put it on the 4 spot. Now notice these chains are starting to get very long. As we add more and more cards, we will get more and more collisions, and then the benefits of the hash table are going to go down. So once we get a good number of keys inserted, we're going to start to say, wait, these chains are getting too long. Let's resize our table and do this all over again. So this is a demonstration of how we would insert things using separate chaining into our hash table.